Alright guys, I'm going to be reviewing The Outer Worlds in 2022 to see if it's worth spending your hard-earned money and time on this game, so let's go ahead and get into it. The Outer Worlds is a single-player RPG first-person shooter where you are a colonist that has been put in cryostasis for decades, lost in transports, floating endlessly in the voids of space, until a mad scientist discovers you, unleashing you into the Halcyon solar system to decide its fate. I'll take this time right now to address this game was created by Obsidian, the same company that made Fallout New Vegas, which is one of the greatest RPGs. But a lot of people hype this game up to be the next Fallout New Vegas, and it was marketed that way, but it is not. Don't get me wrong, this game is a solid game. It's really good, and I enjoyed it, but it is not a masterpiece like Skyrim or Fallout New Vegas. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into character creation. In The Outer Worlds, there is a decent amount of character creation. It's pretty bare bones. It's an okay amount, but I personally don't really care about character creation. I more care about the stats and the builds of the character, but if that's your thing, there's an acceptable amount of character creation. But let's go ahead and talk about the stats. When you make a new character, you get 6 points to put into your attributes. Each one of your attributes affects your skills. For example, you put points into your charm attribute, it will affect your base stats for persuasion, lying, intimidate, hacking, science, and inspiration skills. If you're familiar with Fallout New Vegas, this will look very familiar to you. It's very similar, but let's go ahead and move on to the things I do like about this game. The first thing I really liked about this game is the graphics. They look really good. The next thing I really enjoyed about this game was the story. I really liked the story, and I'll give you the basic rundown with minor spoilers, if that. Basically, the intro cutscene, I'll just give you the backstory. If that's a problem, I'll put a timestamp, but I'm gonna go ahead and do so. The entire Halcyon solar system is ruled by the Board, which is a group of evil corporations ruling entire planets, and it's your job to either help the people on the planets by freeing them from the Board because they're working in terrible conditions 24/7 and being drugged so they'll work even more longer times, or to either defeat the Board with the help of the mad scientist and gathering your allies as you go up through the game. So it's your decision to either destroy the Board or join them. And because there's two main factions opposing each other, there are two different endings, meaning there's some decent replayability. You could play the game at least twice, with the secret ending involving low intelligence, a spaceship, and, well, space. So I'll just leave it at that, and you could put those pieces together. And the next thing I like about this game is it has some dark humor. This game can be really funny if you like dark humor, and it can be pretty wacky at times. The next thing I really like about this game is the characters. So basically, you have a ship, you're a captain of a ship in this game, and you could recruit people. There's companions you could go pick up, and I really like the companions. I think they're all pretty well thought out, and I enjoyed hanging out and spending and do like little side quests with them and enjoying their dialogue along the way. I really like these side characters, but let's talk about the things I disliked about this game. The first thing I disliked about this game is the combat. The combat is just basic. It's really bare bones. It's nothing too crazy, but I think it's worth mentioning just really quickly. But the next thing I disliked about this game is the fetch quest. A lot of the main storyline quests are pretty cool, but all in between, they give you like this filler of just fetch quests. Go to point A to point B to point C to point A. It's just really boring and can be repetitive at times, going all over the solar system just to go on 67 fetch quests. My last and final complaint about this game is it's not Steam Workshop supported, which really sucks because you can't get your mods through Steam and you have to go through some third party. It's just a headache and just a lot of pain. They should just open it up so people can mod through Steam, and it would just be a lot more fun. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the conclusion of the video. In conclusion, should you get this game? I would say yes. This game's a solid 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable. It doesn't do anything groundbreaking, but it doesn't have to. It's still really fun to play, and I enjoyed my time playing this game, and I think you would too. But if you guys like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.